WNBA world just exploded after sports media giant Colin Cowherd publicly questioned whether Caitlin Clark is being held back by her own coach. And honestly, this is no longer just a basketball conversation. This has become a full-scale debate about leadership, superstar management, locker room culture, and the future of the Indiana Fever franchise. During one of the biggest sports shows in America, Cowherd looked directly into the camera and said what millions of fans have been feeling for weeks. Caitlin Clark does not need a different role, a different system, or small tactical adjustments. She needs a coach who fully understands how to maximize a once-in-a-generation talent. A coach who builds the franchise around her instead of forcing her into an outdated basketball philosophy. And the moment that triggered this entire controversy came after Indiana's heartbreaking overtime loss against the Washington Mystics. For 3 quarters, Clark struggled badly under aggressive defensive pressure. She was shooting just 4 for 20 from the field. The offense looked slow, crowded, and completely disconnected. But then, the 4th quarter happened. Caitlin Clark transformed into a superstar right before everyone's eyes. She drilled 5 massive three-pointers, scored 17 points in a single quarter, and single-handedly erased a 9-point deficit. She dragged the Fever back into the game through pure determination and elite shot-making. It was one of the most electric stretches of basketball the franchise has seen in years. The Fever still lost in overtime, but Clark's performance became the story of the night. Then came the press conference. A reporter specifically asked head coach Stephanie White about Clark's incredible 4th-quarter comeback. The question was directly about Caitlin Clark's resilience, her leadership, and her clutch shooting. But instead of PR, icing Clark individually, White shifted the conversation toward team effort, group resilience, and collective basketball. She answered an entire question about Clark's heroic performance without truly acknowledging Clark herself. And that instantly ignited the fan base. Social media exploded with criticism. Fans accused White of refusing to fully embrace Clark as the face of the franchise. Some said she was coaching scared. Others believed she was intentionally avoiding giving Clark superstar treatment. One viral comment said, "She talks like Greg Popovich, but coaches like Doc Rivers." Another fan wrote, "This proves she's not the right coach for Caitlin Clark." Now, whether those reactions are fair or not, the perception problem is becoming impossible to ignore. Because just minutes later in that same press conference, when White was asked about Kelsey Mitchell, her tone completely changed. She praised Mitchell individually. She said Mitchell put the team on her back. And that contrast immediately fueled accusations of a double standard. Fans began asking one simple question: why is Clark's greatness always framed as team basketball, while others receive direct individual praise? That's where Colin Cowherd's argument really hit hard. Cowherd compared Caitlin Clark's situation to young Michael Jordan before the arrival of Phil Jackson. Jordan was already a superstar, but it took the right coach to unlock championships. According to Cowherd, Clark may be facing the same challenge right now. Clark is a heliocentric player. Everything becomes more dangerous when the ball flows through her hands. Her passing stretches defenses, her shooting changes spacing, her pace creates chaos. She's the kind of player who bends the entire game around her presence. But critics believe Stephanie White's equal opportunity offensive philosophy limits that natural dominance instead of unleashing it. To be fair, Stephanie White is not viewed as a bad coach. She has years of experience, respect across the league, and real accomplishments. She helped guide Indiana through difficult seasons and proved she understands professional basketball. This debate is not really about intelligence or effort. It's about fit. Some coaches are perfect for structure and balance. Others are perfect for maximizing superstars. And right now, many people are questioning whether White is truly the right match for Caitlin Clark's style of play. What makes this situation even more dramatic is that the tension is no longer staying behind closed doors. Recent sideline footage appeared to show Clark visibly frustrated during conversations with the coaching staff. Fans noticed emotional gestures, heated reactions, and body language that suggested growing frustration. Whether it was simply competitive emotion or something deeper, the video added fuel to an already raging fire online. Then came another shocking detail. Attendance. Reports and fan discussions began pointing out thousands of empty seats during recent Fever games. For a player who sold out arenas across the country last season, that became a major talking point. Some fans claimed they were refusing to financially support the current direction of the team. Others argued that the offense simply doesn't look entertaining enough considering the talent on the roster. And suddenly, the pressure on Stephanie White reached an entirely different level. The criticism now goes beyond wins and losses. It's about identity. What exactly are the Indiana Fever trying to become? Are they building around Caitlin Clark as the clear centerpiece of the franchise? Or are they trying to force a traditional system onto a player who breaks traditional basketball rules? Cowherd believes the answer is obvious. He argued that the Fever must fully commit to Clark's strengths. Faster pace, more spacing, more offensive freedom, more trust, more control in her hands. Because players like Clark are extremely rare. When you have a generational talent, you don't reduce them to fit the system. You redesign the system around them. And honestly, that's where this debate becomes fascinating. Because there are valid arguments on both sides. Some people believe basketball should always remain team-oriented, no matter how famous the player becomes. They argue that over-relying on one superstar can damage chemistry and create long-term problems. But others believe special talents require special treatment. History shows that championship dynasties are often built when organizations fully empower their elite superstar. Magic Johnson had the Lakers built around him. Michael Jordan had Phil Jackson. Stephen Curry had Steve Kerr designing movement and spacing around his shooting gravity. The question now is whether Caitlin Clark will eventually get that same level of organizational commitment. And this is why every single Fever game moving forward will be watched under a microscope. Fans will analyze every rotation, every substitution, every offensive possession, every post-game quote, and every sideline interaction. The national media is officially invested in this story now. And once that happens, pressure multiplies fast. If Indiana starts winning consistently, much of this criticism disappears overnight. Winning solves almost everything in professional sports. But if the struggles continue, if Clark keeps putting up huge performances in losses while frustration grows publicly, this coaching debate will only become louder and more intense. Because at the center of it all is a simple belief shared by millions of fans. Caitlin Clark is not just another talented rookie or rising star. She is viewed as a transformational player capable of hanging the entire future of women's basketball. And when a player carries that level of expectation, people expect the organization to maximize every ounce of her talent. The season is still young. Nothing is decided yet. Stephanie White still has time to adjust, evolve, and prove the critics wrong. But after Colin Cowherd's explosive comments, the spotlight has become brighter than ever before. Now the entire basketball world is waiting to see what happens next. Will Stephanie White adapt her system and fully unleash Caitlin Clark? Or will this tension continue growing until the Fever are forced to make a much bigger decision? That answer could define the future of the WNBA. And trust me, everybody is watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep basketball analysis, WNBA coverage, and the biggest stories surrounding Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Drop your opinion in the comments below. Is Colin Cowherd right about Stephanie White, or are fans overreacting after just a few games? We'll see you in the next one.